Superhairpieces, trust me when I say, they are a really supportive company that offer so many different options of hair solution systems. I highly recommend them, and if you are looking for a hair solution yourself, go and check them out. I want to show you two hair toppers that I've received from Superhairpieces. This one here is the P45 in the colour 10/16, and this one is the P6814HP in the colour 14/24. And I'll let you in on a secret. Neither of these toppers looked the same as they do now when they first arrived. And I'll show you exactly what I did. This is the P45 topper. Now, prior to ordering this piece, I'd had a look on the website, and I'd looked at some possible colour options and some possible topper options, but I really wasn't sure what would meet my hair needs, and I really wasn't 100% sure which colour would be best to match my bio hair. So what I had done was a video consultation. And this is a service that Superhairpieces offer. There is a small fee involved, but it really isn't a lot. Honestly, it isn't a lot at all. And you get a 30-minute dedicated Zoom video meeting with one of their hair experts. So you can go armed with all your questions about what is most suitable for you. You can talk to them about hair colour choices. Now, I sent some photographs of my bio hair prior to that appointment, and then in that appointment they suggested this colour, which was the 10/16. This is not the colour I would have chosen had I just been left to my own devices. This wasn't even on my radar, but look at the colour match. It couldn't be more perfect and more seamless if it tried. So there's my bio hair and there's the topper hair. It is an exact match, which is amazing, and I would not have been able to achieve that had I not had that video consultation and not reached out for support. So I highly recommend that service. It's really, really useful. But it also looked like this. It was an uncut piece, which means it was all the same length all the way around. Now, for me, that is a huge bonus. For me, that screams, I'm a blank canvas, make me yours, change me, do what you want to me. So I decided that I would need to make some changes to the style, and the uncut style gave me the options to do that, gave me the freedom to do that. So off I went to my hairdressers, and we decided to add in just a few shorter face framing layers just in the front sections, as you can see here. This just makes me feel more confident in this piece, and ultimately that's what it's all about. You order alternative hair to help with your hair issues, and they need to make you feel confident and comfortable, and it needs to feel like you. So yeah, so a small change can make a really big difference to a hairpiece, and don't be afraid to go and have things cut and styled to make it feel more like you. So this is the second hair topper from Superhairpieces, and this is the P6814HP in the colour 14/24. Now, prior to ordering this, I didn't have a video consultation, but I knew I wanted the colour 10/16, but it had sold out. So I chatted with the Superhairpieces staff, asked them for recommendations for another colour that might work for me, and we went with the 14/24. Now, when this arrived, it looked like this. On the screen you can see this is what it looked like on my screen, and then this is what it looks like on me. The colour was gorgeous, loved it, really loved it, but it just didn't quite feel like me. I wore it around the house for a while and decided that because it didn't have a root on it, it was outside of my comfort zone. I didn't feel like it looked natural on me, and I felt that I really needed to make some changes to make this one work for me. and I was going to go a little bit further than just having it cut, because this also came in an uncut style. It was the same length all the way around. Off I went to the hair salon and spoke with my hairstylist about things that I could do to help this piece feel more like myself. And we decided to add some face framing layers in, like I did on the last piece. This one, the face framing layers just seem so much more obvious. And I think that is down to the fact that this is a higher density of hair on this topper. It's really giving me Friends, Rachel from Friends vibes, this one, with these face framing layers at the front. And I just love it. I love this kind of style. I'm a 90s girl. I grew up with Friends, and having hair like Rachel was always a hair goal of mine. So I feel like I achieved that with this. The second thing we decided to do was to add in a darker root. Now you can see here that a darker root has been not just put through the middle, but all the way through the piece. So wherever you lift this hair topper or part this hair topper, you'll see there is a root, a darker root. And although we didn't touch the rest of the colour, my hairstylist thinks that when we rinsed the root out, that some of the product actually touched onto the rest of the hair, and it's kind of toned it down a little bit, which for me I think looks gorgeous, really, really beautiful. I'm really, really happy with the finished result. They do recommend that you don't try to lighten it any more than it already is, because it's obviously already been processed and you don't want to create any damage. Bleach is more damaging than sort of standard colour, so adding in colour, absolutely fine. This is your hair and you have to feel confident and happy and yourself when you're wearing it. And just because it doesn't grow out of your head doesn't mean to say that you shouldn't make changes. If you've invested in a hairpiece, make the most of it, make it you. Now, if customising your own hairpiece is something that you are not happy or comfortable doing, that's perfectly understandable. If you want a piece that is going to be exactly as you want it to be when it arrives, then there are ways of doing so that make it less likely that you'll need to make any changes. Firstly, reach out for support. As I mentioned earlier, you can book an online consultation with them, a 30-minute Zoom call with them at a small fee. This is a really invaluable service and I highly recommend it to everybody. But if that's not something you want to do, but you still want some support, there are lots of ways to contact Superhairpieces. They have a live chat feature. You can contact them by text, WhatsApp, phone, email, via their website, and via their socials as well. So there's lots of different ways that you can reach out for support. So the other option you have is to create a customised piece, and you can do this on Superhairpieces website. So click on custom made and click on whether you want a topper or a wig, and then you can see a selection of products. Click on the one that you like the most, and then within that you can customise absolutely everything about that piece. In the customising section you can choose the base size or the cap size, the density of the hair, where the parting option is, so this is a free parting, or you can get set parts, so it might be a middle parting that you want set, or left or right parting side. You can choose the hair colour, you can opt for the length, so anything from short to super long. You can also opt for whether you want it straight or whether you want like a light wave or a medium wave or a tight wave. You can also look at the hairline shape, so there are various different hairline options at the front of the piece that you can choose. You can choose to add in highlights, you can choose the skin tone of the material, and there is also a space for additional notes as well. So say for instance you did want some shorter pieces at the front that were maybe 10 inches or 8 inches, or you wanted some bangs cut in, like these are things that you can add into that note section. Now, a customised piece will probably take somewhere between the region of 8 to 12 weeks to create. It is being made just for you, so allow some time. These things don't come quickly. They're a lot of work. So the 2 hair pieces that have featured in this video today are available from the Super Hair Pieces website.